We are going to take you live now to Ottawa, where Foreign Affairs Minister Melanie Joly is speaking. We'll listen in live now.
People in our community, we know that the Haitian people are undergoing a humanitarian crisis, a security crisis, and a political crisis. Gangs are sowing terror in the streets. People are afraid of going outside, and the situation is growing dire. Now, gangs have gained control of the airport, and there is no way to leave Port-au-Prince without putting families in danger. As a government, our absolute priority will always be the safety of Canadians at home and abroad. For over 2 years, we've been advising Canadians not to travel to Haiti due to the security situation in that country. At the same time, we recognize that security conditions have deteriorated over recent weeks, and those wishing to leave Haiti are unable to do so due to the situation at the Port-au-Prince airport. That is why today we are launching an assisted departure operation for vulnerable Canadians in Haiti. We have deployed diplomats and consular agents in the region to support this work. First, we will be facilitating travel for vulnerable Canadians in Haiti to the Dominican Republic. At present, the Dominican Republic has strict eligibility requirements for all those entering the country. Only Canadian citizens who have a valid Canadian passport will be eligible for this assisted departure. The same requirement applies to our allies and partners, including the United States. That is why, also for other Canadians and family members, as well as permanent residents and their families in Haiti, we are currently working on other assisted departure options, because our priority is to keep families together. That's not just my priority. Priority is the priority of the Government of Canada. Since some Canadians are in particularly vulnerable situations right now, we made the decision to begin this assisted departure operation today. Given the passport requirement of the Dominican Republic, Global Affairs has reached out to Canadians who have inquired about departure options to inform them of this operation. This list is currently less than 100 people, with less than 30 Canadians interested in leaving immediately. We are prioritizing the most vulnerable Canadians, for example, those who need medical attention or those with children. 18 of those individuals left today, and we will continue helicopter-assisted departures throughout the week. I would also like to take the opportunity to speak to those who might be watching in Haiti or Canadians with loved ones in Haiti. Please register with Global Affairs Canada and let us know if you need assistance, special assistance in departing the country. The information to do so can be found on my social media or on the Global Affairs Canada website.
I will now speak in English. I would like to begin by stating that we welcome the passage of the UN Security Council motion today calling for a sustainable ceasefire in the Middle East. This is something Canada has been calling for since December of last year, and we continue to do so because the violence must stop. All hostages must be released, Hamas must lay down its weapons, and much more humanitarian aid must be able to reach Palestinian civilians in Gaza. Now, the reason why I'm here is to talk to you about Haiti today. Haiti is known for its beautiful culture and its welcoming people. Canada shares deep connections with the people of Haiti, and many Haitians have chosen to build their lives in Canada. They're our neighbors, our friends, our brothers, and our sisters. We know that the Haitian people have been facing multidimensional crisis, a security crisis, a humanitarian crisis, and a political crisis. Gangs are terrorizing the streets. Women and children are scared of getting out of their homes, and corruption is running rampant. And now the gangs have taken the airport, leaving no way to leave Port-au-Prince without putting families in danger. As a government, our #1 priority is always the safety of Canadians at home and abroad. For nearly 2 years, we have advised Canadians not to travel to Haiti due to the security situation in the country. At the same time, we know that the security situation has deteriorated in recent weeks, and those who wish to leave are unable to do so because of the security situation at the airport in Port-au-Prince. This is why today we are launching an assisted departure for the most vulnerable Canadians in Haiti. We have also deployed diplomats and consular agents across the region to make sure that we can support this work. We will be facilitating the travel of the most vulnerable Canadians in Haiti to the Dominican Republic. At present, the Dominican Republic has strict eligibility requirements for all those entering the country. Only Canadian citizens who have a valid Canadian passport will be eligible for this assisted departure. The same requirements applies to our allies and our partners, including the U.S. This is why we are working for other Canadian and family members, as well as permanent residents and their family members, to be able to have access to other types of assisted departure options. Canada has a policy of not separating families. This is my priority. And since Canadians are in particularly vulnerable situations right now, we've made the decision to begin the operation now with these parameters in mind. With the passport requirement of the Dominican Republic in mind, Global Affairs Canada has reached out to Canadians who have inquired about departure options to inform them of this option. This list is currently less than 100 people, with less than 30 Canadians interested in leaving immediately. We are prioritizing the most vulnerable Canadians, for example, those who have a medical condition or those who have children. 18 of those individuals left today and will continue throughout the week. I would also like to take the opportunity to speak to those who might be watching in Haiti and Canadians who have loved ones in Haiti. Please register with Global Affairs Canada and let us know if you need assistance in departing the country. The information to do so can be found on my social media or on the Global Affairs Canada website. I'm now here with Judy Sunday, the ADM for Consular Affairs and also in charge of hostage release, and we are here to answer your questions. Thank you so much. Merci beaucoup.
Merci. We'll start in the room with Laurence Martin from Radio Canada.
Bonjour, Madame Joly.
Greetings, Minister. Is it currently safe for Canadians in Haiti to make their way to the Dominican Republic? How can they go there, and how can you ensure them that it would be safe to do so? Currently, the security situation in Port-au-Prince is very challenging. That is why we are currently evacuating Canadians by helicopter. I cannot give details about the nature of the operations because I do not want them to be targeted by gangs. That said, all Canadians who do get in touch with Global Affairs will be taken care of by our diplomats and consular staff. Before my follow-up, just to understand, people will be able to make their way to one point and then travel to the Dominican Republic by helicopter. Okay. For Canadians who are less vulnerable or who do not count as the most vulnerable Canadians, how can they be evacuated from Haiti? We are looking at our options. I spoke with diplomats and the ambassador today. I will be releasing further details later, but it is my top priority. I absolutely recognize that the security situation is currently very difficult and that there are people who want to leave the country and who are worried. At the same time, we work with the requests we have, and currently we have roughly 100 people who said that they would be interested in leaving Haiti and only 30 who really stepped forward and were able to show that they had an eligible passport. So you're talking about a few weeks for these other Canadians? Oh, no, I'm hoping for a few days.
Dylan Robertson from the Canadian Press. If you are online and you have a question, please use the raised hand function.
Thanks for taking our questions. Minister, just curious about the UN Security Council vote this morning. If it changes anything in Canada's approach, or if we're sticking with what we've already said so far, and if you have any response to reports that Israel has canceled the delegation to the United States to look at alternatives to a Rafah assault.
So on your latest part of the question, I don't have any comments because this is between the U.S. and Israel. As for what is as for the Rafah operation, I've been clear on that. We have a very important concern, which I've already voiced to Israel and also basically to many of our partners in the region, because we know that Gaza is one of the most catastrophic places to live on earth right now, and we have more than 1 million Palestinian civilians that are in Rafah right now, so a military operation would be devastating because these people have nowhere else to go. As for the UN Security Council motion itself, well, this has been our position since December, and we've clearly stated that the violence must stop, and this ceasefire must be linked to hostages being released, Hamas laying down its weapons, and also making sure that humanitarian aid can reach Gaza. We hope that this will be sending a clear message to all parties involved.
Thank you. And on Haiti, I just wanted to understand, since the last update on March 14th, what's changed that we're now doing an evacuation? How much of this is the security situation was grave and it's further deteriorated, and how much of it is more a question of capacity? And if I could also just squeeze in the ROCA numbers on how many people are registered.
So I'll let Julie answer on the ROCA numbers, but just beforehand, we know that the situation in Haiti has been deteriorating, and like I mentioned in my remarks, we've said for now 2 years to Canadians, don't travel to Haiti. The difference is now the airport is not functional, the security situation is untenable at the airport, and all commercial flights have been canceled. And that is why, in these circumstances, it is important for us to be able to bring Canadians to safety. The closest place to go quickly through our helicopter capacity that we have right now in Haiti is the Dominican Republic, and that is why we're doing so through the Dominican Republic. But as I mentioned, we're also looking at other options.
On the ROCA numbers, they're just over 3,000, but in terms of who has requested assistance, as the minister said, it's under 300, and of course, not everyone on the ROCA wants our assistance departing. An even more important number, I think, was the under 30 that are really travel ready and ready to leave right now. So the numbers are fairly small. Our emergency watch center has been receiving calls for 3 weeks. We've had 420. And we only had just under 30 in the last 24 hours. So they're not huge numbers, but as this continues, I think more people are concerned, and this is why we're moving right now to be able to assist the most vulnerable Canadians.
Okay, we're going to go online for a couple of questions. Melanie Joly from La Presse.
Bonjour, pour un peu les questions.
Please note that with no confirmation of headset status, journalists participating remotely will not be interpreted.
Et on t'entend mal, ça coupe.
Pas très bien. Hein? OK, ben je vais essayer quand même. Le rapatriement, est-ce que ça fonctionne comme d'habitude, c'est-à-dire que le gouvernement défraie la première portion du trajet, là, donc l'hélicoptère, puis ensuite c'est aux frais des gens qui sont évacués. Puis par rapport au personnel recruté localement pour l'ambassade à Port-au-Prince, on se souvient ce qui est arrivé en Ukraine. Qu'est-ce que vous allez faire cette fois-ci pour éviter que des gens soient laissés derrière?
Mm-hmm. Mais premièrement, oui, en effet, c'est un départ assisté.
First, yes, this is an assisted departure. So Canadians will be brought into a safe place, in this case, the Dominican Republic. And from that moment forward, they will be able to access loans from Global Affairs, if need be, to bring them over to Canada. But just as was the case for Ukraine and for Tel Aviv and Gaza and also the West Bank, and as was the case for Sudan, That's the assisted departure system, and our approach has always been the same. As for the question of locally hired staff, first and foremost, the team in Port-au-Prince is there. Ambassador Giroux is still working. I spoke to him this morning, and Canada will remain in Haiti. We know that the Haitian people need us. We know that the situation is difficult, but Canadian diplomatic staff and locally hired staff are currently safe, and we will ensure that they will remain safe throughout the crisis. That is the message we are sending to Haiti, to the Caribbean, and to the world, even though the situation in Haiti is currently challenging.
Ça, Madame Joly, sur la situation difficile en Haïti, on a vu en cette semaine déjà qu'il y a des accros dans la formation du Conseil présidentiel de transition. Quel rôle est-ce que le Canada, s'il en joue un, là, quel rôle est-ce que le Canada joue dans la mise sur pied de ce conseil-là? Puis, par ailleurs, il y a pas... en fait, il y avait une femme au départ, puis là, il y a eu des menaces de mort, des propos misogynes. Cette femme-là s'est retirée, donc on se retrouve avec cet homme. Est-ce que c'est quelque chose qui vous chicote ou vraiment vous remettez ça entre les mains des Haïtiens? Désolée pour la longue question. Je vous écoute.
Mais premièrement, le Canada suit de très près le dialogue.
Firstly, Canada is closely following the political discourse going on. For over a year now, we have been proposing an alternative approach. In any political transition, the situation must be made by and for the people on the ground, in this case, Haitians. And that is why we have been supporting the work of CARICOM, which is active in the region and has been working on encouraging dialogue between the different parties in Haiti. We respect the work of the various political stakeholders, and I trust that in the coming days we will reach a solution. As for the presence of women on the transitional government, as a woman myself, it's always important for me that women be at the decision-making table. Any eventual cabinet that could be put in place should include women. That will be our priority as we work with CARICOM and Haitian stakeholders.
Natalia Louis from Franco Press.
Oui, bonjour. Avant de ma question, je veux juste confirmer, est-ce qu'il reste encore, vous parlez de 100 personnes, mais est-ce qu'on compte encore 2900 Canadiens, comme on comptait il y a 2 semaines en Haïti?
En fait, Julie, tu peux prendre la question, mais...
Julie will be able to provide more details, but currently there's roughly 3,000 Canadians who are registered with Global Affairs. Not all of them currently wish to leave Haiti. There's about 300 Canadians who said they would be interested possibly in leaving, but only 30 have come forward and said we have a valid Canadian passport ready and we are travel ready. Of those 30, 18 have already left today. Did that answer your question?
Est-ce qu'on compte aussi, on a parlé des personnes vulnérables et des personnes moins vulnérables, mais est-ce qu'on parle aussi des personnes qui détiennent qui n'ont pas le passeport canadien, mais qui sont pas...
Okay, we've been listening live there to Foreign Affairs Minister Melanie Joly speaking. She announced today that the federal government has launched an assisted departure operation for vulnerable Canadians in Haiti. That began today, and she did confirm 18 Canadians have already made their way by helicopter from Haiti to the Dominican Republic. Only Canadian citizens who have a valid Canadian passport are eligible at this point, but Joly says the federal government is currently working on other assisted departure options for family members of Canadian citizens.